the first time I was inspired to start ultralight backpacking was that Cheeto. No, what is he talking about? He's getting loopy. Whew. By the way, Bab, small little town in Montana. All right, so my dad and I were backpacking around Mount Rainier, and we met this fellow who was doing the Wonderland Trail in 4 days. And he was the first person I've ever seen use the strangest little devices as he walked. They looked like ski poles, and he'd walk with them. Now, of course, you're thinking right now, no duh, Beau, they're called trekking poles. They've been around forever. They have not been around forever, and I think I experienced probably the first guy ever to use these as actual hiking poles. And we met him at Indian Bar. Actually, we met him on the trail. He passed us, met up again at Indian Bar around Mount Rainier. And I remember just looking down on the trail and seeing these little pock marks on the side. And we called them Monte marks because his name was Monte. And he had these poles. Really, really crazy. That's another thing that I love about backpacking is the toys. I love toys. I try not to be all materialistic, like I have to have this. But you know what I mean by you could just go crazy with accessories. You can bring an espresso machine, or if you're ultralighting, you can still get toys like a SteriPen. You know those pens that light up and sterilize water? Such cool little Star Trek-y devices. So neat. At one point, I remember my dad, and he had he had this stove, and you got a lot of people from out of town up by Mount Rainier because it's such a beautiful, beautiful place. People really do travel from all over to come to this place in my backyard. I'm so blessed. And I remember sitting in the campsite, and this guy came up, and he was like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Obviously from North Carolina somewhere. And he's like, "Hey, so nice day that we're having here." And then he stopped, and his eyes got really big, and he looked at the stove that my dad was starting up, and he said, "You lucky dog, you got the Dragonfly." Which that was the name of the stove, the MSR Dragonfly stove. Awesome, awesome piece of equipment. But it's amazing that how other people feel towards material things, these toys. They're so much fun. So neat. So from that point, I have put so much thought into my favorite toy, and that is my survival kit. Now, it's not really one toy per se. It's like a lot of little accessories in my survival kit, but it's one little entity that I always take with me, whether I'm ultralighting or mountaineering or backpacking. I bring this little survival kit, and it's necessary because it has so I think there's someone with a dog going crazy. You probably saw that too. But anyway, survival kits are so neat because you can really use your imagination to find what you need to survive in this environment. A knife, of course, matches, but other things like a wire to build snares or a fishing line if you're in an area with fish, things like that. So I encourage you to really put a lot of thought and to personalize your kit, your survival kit, because that can be the most important little element that you bring and put in your backpack. There you go.